Alright guys, welcome back to MMA.I. Today we are joined by Bellator lightweight Chris Duncan. How's it going?
Good mate, how's yourself?
I'm good, thank you for asking. Second time we've going, we had a bit of technical difficulties, but we're back up and running. I won't ask you about the weather this time, but we'll get straight into it. So I couldn't help but notice you're 7-0 in your pro MMA career, and all of them you've finished every single one of them. Does it fall into your hands, or do you just wait for them to present themselves?
I think it's just the way I can kind of conduct my life and how I go about my training. At the end of the day, this is a sport that you need to be entertaining to be deemed exciting and to be paid good money. I really emphasise to put in 100% into my training, and which off the back of that, I've been seen to get these finishes. And I was just saying this before to one of the coaches that helps me with my strength and conditioning. He's doing some sprints and that with me at the moment. I can't wait to get my hands on the guy. So it's just like I'm bouncing on the spot, just waiting for it to happen. I'm like, fucking ring the bell, you know. So I've always wanted to go out and just knock people out. It's not directly in my head that I'm going to go knock this guy out, but the way I go about my fighting is that I'm going for that finish, and I want everybody to know I'm there to stay, you know.
Yeah, so you said that you're going for the finish. Do you always go out there in the mind that you're going to knock someone out, hunt for the finish?
Yeah, definitely is. It's always in my mind. I'm always trying to put boys away, you know. We don't get paid for overtime, so we need to get it overdone with quite nice and quick.
That's a great way of putting it. You don't get paid for overtime. In your last fight as well, you got the KO win, and it was a bit of a war between you, but you finally got that KO. Was that how you expected the fight to go? A little bit of back and forth between you two?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. A lot of guys were like, they said to me, you know, oh, you can take this guy down. And I was like, I'm going to bang with him. So it just took me a wee bit of time to get in there, a wee bit of ring rust from myself. Because obviously I only fought in February and then that's October, so it just took a bit of time for me to, well, obviously when you see me through his jab, I kind of leaned off it. It was his left hand, I leaned off it and then threw my 1-2, and that was just the beginning of the end. It just took me a wee bit of time to get the timing on his left hand to be able to put the finish on him.
Yeah, not everyone's had a good 2020. It's been disastrous for everyone in the world. But you, on the other hand, you got signed to Bellator, made your Bellator debut, got the finish, came back, fought again, got another finish. In your opinion, how's 2020 been for yourself?
2020 has been good in the sense that I've been allowed to fight. I've been really fortunate that I have been able to fight due to this coronavirus and stuff like that, which is absolutely bullshit if you ask me, but hey, what can we do? And you know, I've had a lot of things happen in 2020 that are great. You know, I've got a wee baby on the way, which is fantastic. And like, the thing is, you know, people always count the bad things that happen to you throughout the year, but they never count the good things. So I'm just fortunate enough that I've had 2 fights, I've had time to think about myself, I've got a baby on the way. You know, I need to think about the positives rather than really focus on the negatives, because there's a lot of negative energy that goes out there these days with social media and stuff like that. You either see the good or you see the bad. So there's no in between. So I'm just fortunate enough that I'm signed to Bellator, and it's a great company, and I'm looking forward to 2021 when I fight again.
Yeah, first and foremost, before we move on, I want to congratulate you and your girlfriend on your new arrival.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Do you know, how far are you into it? Do you know if you're going to be, is it a boy or a girl?
Hey, look, wait.
Ooh.
Halfway. So we just got a 20-week scan there the other day, which is good. So halfway, and I'm finding the gender out on Monday. I think it's going to be a girl because I was Googling on images to see what I need to look out for at the scan, and I was like looking in to see if I could figure it out. So I think it's going to be a girl, but we'll see.
This might not go down with your girlfriend, but what would you prefer?
You know what, man? I've always had it in the back of my mind that I was always scared that I would never be able to have kids, and I'm just fortunate that they're going to come out nice and healthy. You know, that was quite a major scan on the 20-week to see if everything, like if I had a cleft lip or it had all its fingers and toes, and I'm just happy I'm going to have a healthy baby, and I'm really fortunate enough that I found a girl like my girlfriend, and I'm ready to have a baby with her. So I'm just really fortunate. That's a really, really important thing, you know. I don't want to pick and choose whether it be a boy or whether it be a girl. Just healthy and happy.
That's brilliant. I love to hear that. We'll move back onto your fighting career. In your last 2 fights, have been contracted at 160 pounds. But outside the Bellator cage, you fought 155 pounds. Are you planning to have your next one in Bellator at 155?
I would like to have it at 155, but do you know what? We got offered at 160 because of coronavirus and stuff like that. Because saunas and stuff are not open at the moment. Mm-hmm. It's not as easy to make the weight, and I don't want to be that guy that misses weight because I'm a big lightweight, as anybody knows that I've been training with. And what's the point of making things unfair if I miss weight? So Bellator are good enough to put on catch weight fights, just to make sure everybody has an equal playing field. And if everything's open, like if they can tell me that the saunas will be open, I'll say 155. But if not, I think we should make it 160 because there's no point in me missing weight, and I don't want to be that guy that misses weight.
Mm-hmm. You fought just roughly over 2 months ago, if I'm correct.
Yeah, in October.
Yeah, in October. Yeah, is there a possible return date when we can see you back in the cage? Maybe, obviously not before the end of the year. Now it's going to be after the new year. So when you're looking to get back in there?
I think it'll be February, March, presuming everything goes well. We don't get another lockdown and stuff like that. But I've been told through my manager, there's no set dates, there's no opponent, there's no nothing. But they said aim for February, March time, which is all we can do. We can just hope for the best.
He said there's no set date, no opponent, but what opponent would you like? Is there a name on the end of your tongue?
You know who. Kiefer Crosbie. I want to fight Kiefer Crosbie. Not because I don't like him or anything like that, you know. I just think that's the next step for me. Unfortunately, he's come off a loss.
Yeah.
But I already wanted to fight him before he fought, so whether the loss or a win, I would still want to fight him. I might not have the choice to pick and fight him, but I put it out there. I said to my manager, I said to the matchmaker at Bellator, so let's see if it happens. But I think he'll take it. I think he's a shite bag.
Yeah, I think if I'm correct, he lost against Charlie Leary.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got TKO'd by him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that would be a firefight between you two. You both love to, come in there and trade in the pocket. An absolute war that would happen. If Bellator are watching this, put that fight on. Absolutely incredible fight. I would definitely recommend that, and I'd love to watch it as a fan. As you said that, you remind me, the way you fight, you stylistically, you remind me of like a Justin Gaethje. Just likes to go in there and try and get that 50,000 bonus and just go home to your family.
Yeah, definitely, mate. It's like I said, you don't get paid for overtime. Just get in there, get the job done, and away you go. At the end of the day, you're going to get hit, you're going to get punched, you're going to get kicked. So just get in there. Chin down, hands up, let's go.
A Scottish Justin Gaethje we have on our hands in Britain.
Exactly.
So it's evidently clear, as we said there, you have power in them hands. But if the fight was to go to the ground, are you capable? How would you feel if the fight did go to the ground?
Oh, definitely, man. I work on that every single day. Grapple doesn't come natural to me. I've always been the kind of kickboxer, always been my go-to. But don't sleep on me, man. I'm always getting better. And as soon as that time that it comes to me when I have to hit the deck, just watch. I'm pretty slick on the deck, and anybody that trains with me full time knows I'm decent. I just don't feel that my grappling is up to the standard that my striking is, but that's just my own preference. All my training partners and all my coaches think my grappling's good enough. So, but it's always something to work on. And I'm also working a little bit on my boxing at the moment too, like just solely boxing. So there's always something that I've got going on at the time. There's no point kind of limiting your skill set. And see this long breaks off and stuff like that from Bellator has been a great time for me to develop myself and develop my style and really focus on what things that I could work on, and take myself out of it and say, right, what could I work on? And that's what I think is a good martial artist.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you for too long, so my last question will be, at the moment Bellator have been making incredible signings and been shocking the MMA community. We had Anthony Rumble Johnson come in, I think it was a few days ago. Before that we had incredible names. We had Rustin Kalabov, we had Brett Johns, you know, the Welsh fighter from the UFC came over to Bellator. Incredible fighters that are coming over to Bellator at the moment. Does that show that where Bellator are at and how capable they are to bring in some big names?
Yeah, definitely, man. It's the thing with the UFC and the difference between UFC and Bellator. There's a load of differences because of things that are in place. So like win bonuses and stuff like that from the UFC are massive. We don't get any of that at Bellator, which is unfortunate, especially with my style. But Bellator look after me very, very well. I'm not saying that they don't. You know, they've got me. They've got me on some good money at the moment and stuff like that. Also, the UFC were there first, so they've always got that upper hand on them just because they've been there the longest. But there's so many companies out there now, man, that everybody's got to up their game, and I'm just looking forward to the next couple of years in just MMA, because all these promotions they're all catching up on each other, and you know, you see what like One Championship are doing. You know, they're doing so well.
They are so huge in Asia. The community they bring over in Asia is absolutely incredible. They fill up shows, even with their Muay Thai bouts and everything like that. Jonathan Haggerty, he fought yesterday, or I believe. I got up and I watched that fight, and we saw him get the win. He's also from Britain.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's one thing I would love to move into, is like the MMA gloves Muay Thai. That's cool. That's cool.
That is very good.
I'd love to do that. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So if anybody's hearing that, you know, let me know. I'd even do it in Bellator.
I think Bellator put on kickboxing fights, but they were I think they got the big 10-ounce gloves or 8-ounce gloves or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, I would definitely do that stand-up Muay Thai with the MMA gloves. That's cool.
So you said there about I'll go for the one last one. I promise this to be the last one. This is it. You said
take your time. It's obviously it's cool. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. I've got plenty of time.
You said there about the bonuses and how the UFC don't have them, the Bellator don't have them. Would you like that to be implicated into the UFC, Bellator, I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And I would also like drug testing as well. Bellator don't drug test as well as the UFC, which is, it is what it is, man. I've signed the contract and it is what it is. So I just would like it to be an equal playing field, because obviously it's important that everybody is under the same banner and under, like, they're not cheating. I'm trying to think of words, but I don't like cheats, and I'm not a cheat myself, so I want there to be more drug testing, frequent drug testing, because these guys are getting away with it. You see TJ Dillashaw, he got away with it for years, and now he's popped, and that's his legacy fucked. So, amazing fighter, but now his legacy's absolutely ruined because he's a drug cheat.
Yeah, but also what the UFC have and the Bellator don't. The UFC have rankings. A lot of people have been saying that they'd like Bellator to have rankings, because it kind of gives you, you know, knows where you're at in the division. Would you like to be, you know, maybe a ranking system over in Bellator?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, because there's all these unofficial ones, isn't there? But yeah, that'd be good, because then you can. It's good to see where you're at. You know, it's always good to see what place you're in and where you can work to and who your next opponent is, because sometimes it's hard to pick out who you want to fight, but especially if you have like a roster, you know, you can say, oh, he's number 10, I could fight him, and then that's going to start bringing you up there, eh?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you back in the cage soon.
Perfect, mate. Anytime.
Yeah, congratulations on your new arrival coming soon, and hopefully on Monday you get to find out which gender it is. I'll message you, and I'll see what it is.
Perfect, mate. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you.